been working on the syncing issues. So I actually heard back from vMix yesterday, and so they gave me some information on how to address the video syncing issues, which was in the settings. So the first thing I did before I took in the vMix feedback, because I didn't have it at the time, was to bring down um, the frame. Sorry, not the frame. The video format from 1080 to 720, and that helped a bit. And then what they had asked, or what they suggest to do, is to change the format to a video format called mjpg in the right when you input the camera settings. There's a video format as one of the drop down menu selection, and so instead of going like for a default, select that, and it seems to work better now. So as the motion's a lot less static, and it's working much better now. Uh, Sorry about that, because I'm using restream. I don't know who's said hi, so apologize for not knowing who. Um, but appreciate it. Just 1 second, guys. Hang on a second, Ma. I'm on live. No, I'm online broadcasting. I'm just doing a test, so don't worry. I'm sure people can hear me talking now. So hey, folks. Sorry about that. One of the interesting things that live that anything can happen. So that was just my mom called. I was feeling a little rusty in terms of making pancakes. So I had made a batch for my folks. So they just mentioned that they just got it. So I was getting a little upset with myself because like every time I would make the pancakes, for some reason I'm having a little trouble with the flipping, and I don't know. It drove me nuts. So I pretty much ate the bad batch, which was anything that looked a little burnt or suspicious, and just gave them the good one. So um anyway, so that's why I had to go off a little bit. So, but hey, happy holidays. Sorry, I'm not sure who's talking, so I apologize for not. Hang on, let me see if I can open up the window here. Hopefully, it doesn't affect my response. All right, where are you? Come on. So, yeah, I. Oh, hey, Doctor E. Thanks. No, I was and I in the middle of the stream while I was kind of talking to Sammy. My mom had called, so I had to try to switch it off. But I was a little bit slow with the mic, so they might have heard me just talking about the what's up. But anyway, it was just a matter of just uh, making sure they got the they got their breakfast and all that. Um, oh, why this is going a little bit wonky here. All right, hang on. What's going on here? Okay, sorry about that. My monitor had froze for a second there. So yeah, so I'm glad that they're all taken care of for breakfast. Kind of strange to have an actual call during streaming, but hey, as they say, anything happens goes live. So yeah, so back to the original point. So when I was testing the settings yesterday, I brought down from 1080 to 720. Worked a little better, a lot less laggy. Maybe I still look a little bit arthritic moving around. And then I had mentioned I did hear back from vMix, and they had mentioned the change of video format to a mjpeg setting. That's a mjpg, and it seems to work fine. I had to look it up, and it had to do something with the video, bringing it down as like an image format as to how it's being displayed. That's the best I can explain it because I'm still trying to figure it out. I was just more in the mode of just what I can do to improve in the setup because um, when I first try to address the syncing issue, there's three things I could have done. I could have streamed directly into restream from the camera directly, and it works fine. I just wouldn't be able to do stuff that I normally do within vMix like this or this. So I would feel a bit naked, but in terms of just the video quality and the audio, that would fix it. The other option would have been that well, currently I have the camera hooked up. I have like a micro USB plug in the power source to give continuous power, and it's connected through like a Mavis Link. Um, so what I could have done was I could have like connected in to a USB connection, not with the HDMI, with the Mavis Link, and then just connected to like the original battery, and it worked fine. It's just that you'd run the risk of the camera cutting out during streaming, which wouldn't be great unless if I was going to do something really short, maybe like half hour or hour at most, if I can cap it. Not and if I'm pretty good and not going off too off subject. I mean, really off subject. Um, and then so that I mean, then there it just be kind of like playing with fire as try to get the stream in before the battery conked out. But, the video would look great and everything like that. It's just, it's a time factor in that issue, and I still would have access to the vMix. Um, I think the third option God, I forgot what the third option was. Oh, yeah, right. I could have revert back to, the camera I had worked on before, which was the Logitech Brios, which is cool. I mean, it works fine and everything like that. It's just that, in terms of the image and everything like that, it's pretty blown out, and it's just a matter that there's only was having some difficulty trying to just like make color adjustments, just so that skin tone doesn't make me look too pale. I'll give you a little bit of a better comparison so you can see what I'm talking about. Hang on, guys. Uh, Sorry about that. When I was making corrections on the with the camera, I think some of the settings got knocked out here, so I just gotta fix it. There you go. All right. So you can tell that from without fiddling too much with the lens and everything like that, you can see like on the zv1 get more of a mid shot. And here or in Logitech, I am a little bit lowered down, but and that's just combination of just cropping it and just getting it into a format so I don't look too so. But you can see that it's a lot more closer. So and the skin tones are totally different. Um, Hey, Matt. Testing is a lot better. Yesterday, what I did was I had brought down the frame. I mean, the image from 1080 to 720. So the fourth test, the syncing was a lot better. I still look a little arthritic, where I'm just kind of like, but it was still streamable, if that's a term. And then I did hear back from vMix when I contacted them. I did send them some samples, so at least it gave them better reference, and they had let me know like what types of tweaks to make in the video format. So this is the fifth test, and so it's a lot better now. Um, yeah, but I mean, of the naked eye, it's not that bad. uh, with the video. I may try to go back and do another test to bring it up to 1080. But in terms of like the syncing, I don't look like something from a Godzilla movie where I run. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I think the thing was that I think it mentioned in the last test I did, I felt a little bit naked that I wouldn't be able to do any of the use any of the tools in vMix if I were to go straight into um, restream without without all this. Um, because actually, yes, that's if I were to go directly from the camera into restream. It's like going into vMix. That's was where the choke point was, and so it was a matter of just I thought was the camera, but it had I then pinpointed it had to do with the settings with vMix as to what to do to get it to output because I was um making sure that at least the connection was okay. So, like, if I weren't using vMix and went into Restream directly from the camera, it works perfectly fine. But it's just that because I want to use the tools, that's yeah. So I mean, what I mentioned the other day is just that when I don't have vMix, I can't do this, or just be able to use any of the transitions. Well, I mean, I take that back. But I mean, use like have better control of the graphics and transitions, stuff like that. Um, and so I had to like at least know that like with some streaming programs that I'm working on, where it makes sense just to go directly into Restream and not use vMix, I'll do that. But when I have an opportunity to just try to be able to take advantage of the tools there, that's why. Um, So yeah, so anything that's dependent on the graphics and everything, I'd have to use vMix. That's why I was just trying to figure out what to do. But in a pinch or like in programs where it doesn't make sense to use vMix, I can go directly from the camera. Or like in like in on video conferencing calls and stuff like that. I don't have to use vMix, but a lot of times I do anyway, just because I just wanted to be able to get in the habit of just trying to figure out doing streams when I have to use Zoom as a part of a tool for streaming. So, um, why would it make sense to go directly? Oh, okay. So, like, when I do like program like with Xanthi, whenever I need to have the option for her to be able to take control of the show, if for whatever reason I'm not able to um do it on my end for whatever reason, that's when I would go into Restream as an example. And there's some programs where when you bring in more people in as guests or other things like that, because vMix, I have a cap of being able to allow up to 8 guests. So um, it's just another option to have so that if anything should go wrong with, there shouldn't be with vMix call, that at least with Restream, I can go in direct and other people can go in direct. So it's just a lot of having a lot of different options and tools available in terms of doing programming and client work and stuff like that. Yeah, vMix can multi-stream. If I take um, a vMix feed and then go into Restream, so I can go up, so I have up to like um go out into 30 channels. If I was doing vMix directly, I can only go up to 3. So So it just really depends on what how many streams I need to go out to, and who's if the guests come on. I'm using restream pairs, so there's a lot of different variables to consider. So, and keeping up with that, I just have to have like different options, different tools ready. Yeah, vMix can be used with Zoom. Um, yeah, I mean, for me, like sometimes, like if I want to make a point, and if the conversation is going a little bit, I, I I tend to have like some things to be more have like a pattern disrupting, like because that really get their attention because it's down, it's loud. And just if we're doing anything show related, to be able to throw up some graphics, I'm able to use the vmix that way. So, but I mean, if it's just like regular conversation where I don't really need that, it's not a big deal, then I can just use the camera natively within vmix. But just because of just having having the option to do that kind of stuff is always something I just do. So, um, yeah. So at least I'm glad the adjustments work. I may do another test later just to bring it up to 1080, see how it looks. But I'm glad that I don't look like and all that. Let's see. Well, I better get going. I do need to handle a little tech issue for mom. My brother got us the Nest hub, and so we got it set up for her. So we're just trying to teach her how to be able to view streaming programs. So I think there's a little bit of a cross up down there, so I gotta go down. But I'm just kind of glad I was able to get a test in there. I might have to do a couple more, but at least the camera's up and running, so I can bring it in for a show next month. Let me just show you a preview. Oh man. Uh, here somewhere. So I know I got to work on the framing and stuff like that, but I'm just glad that I'll be able to bring in if we do through vMix or if we do restream. At least the camera's all ready and ready to go. So happy New Year, Matt. Thanks for checking out this impromptu test. I'm also doing it on YouTube too, just because I might want to send an output example um, to vMix. So, all right, I will catch you guys later. Oh, old setting, new setting. Take it easy, guys.